the VTX A6 is part of our VTX A-Series family. So the A-Series family started with the A12 first. So the A12 was the first that got developed in this family of products. It was the one that we used to create our new platform, inventing new technologies, and set the path for the future. And the A12 is the largest one of the three today. And a few years later, we introduced the A8. The A8 is the product that we have for front fills in this venue over here. So smaller size of the A12, same technologies, same principles. And then today, we're launching our A6 product, which is the smallest one of the A-Series family, which again, it is based on the same technologies as the rest of the VTXs, just in a different sound pressure level, right? So the way we choose these products, they do different size venues. They all have the same features, but they're just different SPL requirements for different applications. So all the A-Series products have a common industrial design, so they all look the same, so they look like a nice family. They all follow the same acoustical principles, so we have a lot of technologies in the A-Series products, like our RBIs and our compression drivers that we use across all of them. And then they all have uniform accessories, meaning if you know how to use one of them, you know how to use all of them. They have common voicing, which is critical. They all sound the same. So when you use them together, right here, for example, we use A8 with A12s. They sound the same. It's very easy to tune them and make them work well together. And then they also have the same rigging. So if your crew knows how to deal with one of the VTXs, then they know how to use all of them. And they're all part of the same software suite. So the same softwares that we use to control them and predict them, you can use the same software for all of the different SKUs. OK, so the A6 being the smallest one of the lineup, it also has the largest potential in terms of applications. So A12s are usually for the largest shows, for the large venues and things like that. A6s, being the smallest one and very compact, can apply to all kinds of different applications, anywhere from outdoors concerts to small theaters, smaller venues, and things like that. So it's a very versatile system and can be used in a lot of different applications. Now, to go with the VTXs, we also have B-Series. So A-Series are the taps. A stands for arrays. So A's are the arrays. And then we also have the B-Series, which are the base units. So far, we had the B28, which is the large dual 18. We had the B18. And now we are also having the B15. So the B15 is the one on the left and right of the A6s. So the B15, again, follows the same principles as the rest of the B-Series products, but in a different, smaller footprint. So it's a 15-inch woofer instead of 18-inch woofers in the rest of the lineup. And then it's mechanically compatible with the A6. So you can rig them above the A6s, or you can stack A6s above the B15s. Now, B-Series is the newest one of the subwoofer offerings. We also have the G and the S28s, which we had for some time now. So for example, for this show, we're using the G28 out front over here. So even though the B15 is the subwoofer for the A6, all the VTXs are compatible with all of the subwoofers. So the A6 is perfectly compatible with the G28 and the S28 subwoofers that we already have in the market. Later today, when we listen to the A6, we're going to be listening to the A6 with the B15. But we're going to also be listening to a few tracks with the A6 and the B28s. The A6 does go all the way down to 80 Hertz at full output. So it's a very good match for these bigger dual 18 subwoofers. Now, the B15, it's also a full-blown subwoofer, so it's not an LF unit. So it goes all the way down to 35 Hertz, so it can be used as a subwoofer. And again, when we do some of the listening tests, you're going to see how strong of bass response we have out of the B15. It's an 8-ohm loudspeaker, so it's very easy in terms of amplification, and it's very compact and mechanically compatible with the A6. The B15G is identical to the regular B15, but without the rigging. So G stands for ground. So this is a ground-only version of the B50, which gives us a bit lower cost and also quite a bit lighter in terms of weight. Now, as I said before, the greatest aspect of the A6 is the versatility. So some of the bigger PAs, they tend to do one thing. They're suspendable PAs. They do large shows. The A6, one of the greatest things of the A6 is the scalability. So A6 can be used anywhere from a few of them on a pole mount on top of a couple of subwoofers to a larger ground stack system, like on top of B15s, B28s, or the S and G subwoofers. And we can suspend up to 24s to do bigger shows. So it's a very versatile system. So you can have quite a few in the inventory, and then you can decide to use them however the next show requires. So scalability is key to this feature. And when you do large arrays, you're going to listen to them later on, you can scale to a very large system to actually do large shows.